All right. Good morning, everyone out there, especially the students that have actually into English BM Center over the last 12 years, 13 years. Okay, this especially a short message, a chat, or even maybe some information that I would like to share with students that have, in a way, graduated from my center. And those of you who were with me since the class of 2014, time where I had this group of first batch of students. And I think you know who you are, right? Students like Rachel and then Cheryl, Sylvia, Catherine, Thomas, a few others. Some of them I can remember. Some of them, when I see them, I've forgotten. All right, the whole idea behind having a chat session here, I'm sure now with this CMCO, conditional MCO, kind of been implemented or imposed. The question here still is when are the school institutions, center of learnings, a big question mark. When are they going to open? And I think looking at the news, local and of course overseas, a better part of my 70% time is actually surfing and actually making meaning of what's really happening to the world. Right, just to cut the story short, I have a tendency to go on and on. Now, what I actually want to share with you is that after going through a number of these videos into your Instagram, Facebook, and of course now the big push to get businesses out there, whether you're selling products, whether you're selling services, whether for any recreational activity. I think this is the way to go. Although I'm not an IT nerd or even only some basic information on the internet. But as I've been telling many of you over the years, right? You are all the new millennials and you have all this technology, the smartphones, the tablets, laptops, computers. And I think that main thing must hit your mind right now. Okay, this message goes to people who have just finished up their Form 5, about to embark on the next stepping stone to further their knowledge share through education in the colleges and universities. Some of you have already graduated, I think the first batch. Some are doing internship. Some have gone overseas to do some courses or whatsoever. Be whatever the case, I think now as you move on to the next era of your 11 years of primary and secondary school, you now have to give serious thought. And I thought, what am I going to do right now? Centers are closed. The YFD center is also closed. All of us are affected one way or another. There's no income coming in. Not that we are relying heavily, but then it helps to pay the bills. And I think most of your parents, those are working, all right, have been reading a lot of sad news. Tourism, air travel is going to be a bit no-no, I think, at least after 2020. Now, the whole session here I'm having is I'm reaching out to all my ex-students. And if you find this is beneficial, share it. And I think the new term is called viral it. And as you know, I've been an educator by accident, right? And over the years, blood, sweat, and tears have gone into my center of learning. Because as you know, I specialize in English. It's a short time of swimming lessons. But this is nothing that I want to talk about. Now, my big question is, now as you go into college, first year, second year, first sem, whatever the case may be, some of you will be obviously moving to your degrees. Some of you got outstanding results. I congratulate you. But I want to wake you up. Over this period of time, for the last 6, 7 weeks, right, I kind of enjoy, as you know, music, It's one part of my hobby, watching serials. And then because of this COVID-19, suddenly you see ads popping up in your Instagram accounts. You were not linked to it, okay? And then into your FB. Even when you read a newspaper, you see all these kind of ads jumping in. And that actually caught me thinking. And so, as I said, if you don't have the answers, you don't know what's happening, find out. Many times I stress the best thing that ever happened on the internet. And of course, today there are so many other platforms. I, for one, as you know, am not qualified in a lot of areas. What the heck? Still learning. And true enough, as I actually took time to, I say, revive or to kind of recover what I had in my corporate days as a sales and marketing manager out there. Some of you would know that I've actually accumulated almost more than 30 years. I enjoyed it, a lot of pressure, but I think the key thing that we learn is the experience, good, bad, or ugly. And I'm reminiscing about the times that I spent out there. And as you know, when I ran or am running my education center specializing in English, you know, I want to bring more on the table. Many parents send their loved ones, right? It's always the concern of having to pass English. And of course, those really, when I use the term talented ones, gifted ones, who's got a headway with the English language, perhaps they came from kindergartens, all right? You show distinction, right? And of course, those who doesn't get the A's or whatever, that doesn't really matter. You know, my main key concern is that you don't fail. You don't fail English language. But as you know, sometimes 30% of my time is more on harping, fine-tuning why English is important, why English is necessary. One good clear example. I jokingly tell people the only degree I have is the temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. You know, if I'm going to talk to you about how I went through life, whatever, you know, it's just that very simple. Rags to riches story, not that severe, right? I've gone through hardship. You know my Panay and Taufa story that I had to have these meals during my first foray into the working world without education or rather the fact that we are not holding a diploma and degree. And these qualifications has been pounded, right, through generations. And honestly, when I was watching this particular personality, which I think that you should at least catch one or two of his short videos, right? And it's for poor that wish that. Now, if I'm going to explain this is going to take another 2 hours. But I went in, I looked at some of his videos, and as I mentioned earlier, during my time in the corporate world, I was also exposed to a lot of training and seminar locally and of course, obviously being attached to Telecom Malaysia, one of the subsidiary, free for me. And with all this knowledge, when I started my learning set to teach primary and secondary, I sometimes wonder what the hell am I doing? Right? Sometimes circumstances, environment changes, right, beyond your control. Try to make the best of it. Did I regret? I think looking back, like I say, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I tend to remember the good moments. Okay, not that this is a very money churning activity or profession. But the most important thing which I keep on harping to you, right, is that find out where your true interests path. Find out your passions. Many a time, I see students after their Form 5s, some with very good results. My first question, what next? And next? When the number answered, I don't know. And of course, if you have parents who actually pay attention, parents are teachers, I think you have a better head start. But I think this is one thing that I've been looking through, browsing through, absorbing the knowledge of some of these successful people. Some of you already know who's the world's richest man or whatever, Jack Ma locally, Bill Gates, Mark. And then, of course, on the local front as well as there's thousands of these people who made it. Okay. What I just want to actually share with you, right, during this time, where the big question mark is when the centers, rather your institutions, will be open, is that perhaps the way to go is online. And for those people who are pursuing internet courses, marketing, Facebook marketing, or whatsoever, right? And those people who are in various fields, I want you to answer this question. Let's fast forward 3 years, 4 years down the road. Get the mobile phone, apply for your jobs. For those who do not want to apply for jobs, if your parents' business is there, use whatever knowledge. I seriously think you can just look at here, Robert. You can't understand. You cannot understand if it speaks with an American accent. What's that mean? Right. So what I'm actually planning to do is that one of the plans is perhaps that I may shut down primary, secondary, and I want to actually focus, to share whatever I know, to give you assistance, give you a guiding hand. For those who have been with me over the years, and for those who have totally kind of erased me out of your memory, and you are in your institutions, new friends, new groups, and I see a lot of these concerts, this drive, okay, to recognize, to give. I'm one person who says that charity begins at home, which is true. What I'm trying to say is that there were a couple of incidents where little monetary funds have been channeled right through websites. After a while or two, as far as Malaysia is concerned, funds were all to use embezzle, rob. So I stopped doing that. And if I were to give monetary funds in time, I want to go straight to the and that's me. Right. So I asked myself, what else can I give back to society now in my retirement age? I'm older than most of your parents. Some of your parents are so working people, right? I hope they have spent time also talking to you. Some are so busy. I even have instances where students come and tell me I only see my dad. I don't see my mom, right? And they work for the I know what it's like. I had been doing that. In work, career. So whatever you're doing, whatever course you're doing, acquire knowledge. Focus on it. There's lots of stories I know. I have friends, right? Have done really fantastic well. Some are born with a silver spoon. Surprisingly, the students. And sometimes you hear the heartbreak stories when you don't have an education, those people, who drop out of school, gangsterism, going to drugs and whatever. It's very common and very familiar what most of these gurus, some younger than me, chicos, 50 plus, millionaires. But the message is this: if you see someone who's doing good, what's wrong? And finding out what they did. Many a time, I'm sitting alone down here. Some of these messages have been thrown as far as ads, Instagram, big message. Successful people. And I know many of you, I can't spare. All right, so I am thinking actually maybe to set up online classes, some call it webinars. I'm going to use Zoom. I'm sure most of you now are quite familiar, of course, security, whatever, but there's no. So I'm going to reach out to you, all right? This particular video, I'm going to send it to some of you and share with your group. Now it's online. And that question, what would you do after getting your degree? What's the next? Right? So if you can WhatsApp me, Telegram me, or whatever the case may be. For some of you who are actually thinking what numbers I'm having over the years, all right? 011 12 99 011 12 99 2322. You can WhatsApp me, you can Telegram me, whatever, and reach out to those people who kind of drifted away. As I always say, your best memories over the years when you hit retirement age, all those friends that you were with in your primary days. Right? So until then, let's see how many of you actually respond. Let me tell you this: the new norm for WhatsApp, WeChat, Telegram, whatsoever. There are friends out there who share beneficial, good things, acknowledge it. Give your 2 cents in. All right? Social distancing, the social connections still have to be there. And some of the topics that I wish to cover as we go along, I have lots of ideas inside here. Whether I'm going to put a fee to it, which is true actually. Nothing is free in this world. All right? But I think one of the main reasons why I'm doing this is just like my son. All right? I think most of you share some of the characteristics. But the main important thing is I hope to share with you how to pull up what you have in the long, the song of a long and winding road, ups and downs. You're gonna fall. How you gonna pick this up? All right. Till then, I think my battery is already giving me signal. So take care of you all. Avoid going out in groups. The conditional MCO, some states are against it. Okay, so life is important. Be aware. All right, we're talking about putting on your safety mask and your shields or whatever, but forget about dining out. Right? Wash your hands, deliveries or whatsoever down here. The only thing that can assure us and get that fear out is when the vaccine comes up. News report, September, whatever. Okay. But I think while you are at home, study you must, exercise you must. Family bonding is a very, very important matter at the moment. Right? I don't have it. I'm alone in the house. And remember this. Okay. Your immune system will be the key to ensure whatever other diseases And let me tell you this, 19 is not only going to be like that. Okay? I think there are some good things that has happened. Humanity has come together. It makes people, the rich got money. People who lost billions. Okay, I'm not going to be long-winded. I'm going to save that for another time. Okay? So reach out to your friends, your college friends, your groups. They are kind of keen to hear what I can share for a better future. I was not given that opportunity. Not that my life has been bad. It was a little bit rocky. Over the years, I learned whatever that I had. This is what an educator's job is. Many times. All right? Your teachers in school, your lecturers, whatsoever. Some of them spend their full time. I'm giving you the other part of the picture, the reality of the working world. Okay, so take care, everyone. All right? Don't forget this old man here sitting. If you feel you got any question, want to hear, don't want to appear in Zoom or whatever it is, WhatsApp, Telegram, I'm there. All right, bye for now.